Audio recording now. Zoe, go ahead and give us a little talk.
Oh my God.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the That's Crazy podcast, where we talk about all things that make us go,
That's
crazy. You guys, welcome to season 2.
Oh my God.
Sorry we were away for like a week. We took a couple weeks, days,
Months.
8 months.
Yeah. But we're back.
We are back, and we're very excited. Honestly, it was just cold, to be honest.
Yeah, we're defrosting now. So.
Yeah, we're out of hibernation. And there's so much has happened. We missed out on so much pop culture. We missed out on the Oscars, the Grammys. You watched the CMAs?
No.
Neither.
No.
So yeah, thank you for watching our pilot season. This is officially season 2. We're just gonna call it episode number 8 though, but
Yeah.
it's kind of the start of our unofficial season 2. As you can see, we do have a new set for the 3rd time. Do I look pale?
I hope I look pale.
Do you remember that our producer Kaden is also here in the room with us. Do you remember that clip of that newscaster where she is like, it's like right before they go on air and she's like just looking deadpan and she goes, "I'm so pale."
Yes. And she goes, "Reporting live."
The girl goes, "We're on." That is us now, actually. I was like, that would be us.
So
But
pale.
also one other update before we like really dive into this episode. New posting time of literally, I'm gonna try for like literally like 6 a.m. on Sundays. So you have it to watch with your little Sunday morning breakfast, your little Sunday reset. If you're cleaning on Sunday, little cereal moment. Yeah.
Okay,
And
period.
again, if you have topics, please put them in the comments you want us to talk about. Anything that makes you go, "That's crazy," we'll talk about it. So, Zoe, what are we talking about today that's so crazy?
Oh, we're talking about our childhood, Gage.
We are. Early 2000s nostalgia is the name of this episode. And it's mostly because I feel like it's been maybe a year, maybe 2 years now. I constantly get those like TikToks that are like, it has like the bird in the background. It's like,
The chirping and like the little train in the distance.
yes. And it's like early 2000, like growing up in the summer in the early 2000s.
Terrible. It makes me feel just
I kind of want to throw up whenever I watch them. It kinda makes me wanna vomit.
like you got the flu.
And so to set the scene for y'all, we were born both in 2001.
Mm-hmm. Both in October.
And so we were raised in kind of the era where there was definitely technology. People had flip phones, but we didn't really have like iPads or iPhones or anything until we were like 12, 13, 14.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like we had some time to kind of grow up. Yes, wait. Y'all know that's what I'm talking about. See, I see those at like 2 a.m. and I like am in my bed like silently crying. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, also though, I opened my window the other day now that it's spring, and I was
You
like,
heard exactly
oh, maybe nothing's changed actually.
The only thing different now is we have to pay for it.
Literally, that's actually it. So yeah, we grew up in a time where a lot of our childhood was spent outside, thankfully, and I feel like a lot of these kids nowadays are, iPad baby down, and so we are fortunate to have, I think, some good memories at least.
I agree. No, those kids are literally putting on a VR headset now and going outside.
I know somebody that goes to like a VR bar.
Oh my gosh.
You're kidding.
No, like they like, which I mean, maybe you're saving money, I guess. But like you buy alcohol yourself, like
Okay, wait.
take it home, you get in the VR, and you go with your friends to like a VR bar and just like all sit there and like drink together.
Okay, wait.
It's kind of innovative.
I kind of want to go.
It's kind of.
Is it invite only?
Anyways, what are some things that make you think of our childhood? Because we kind of have each of our little lists here of some stuff that makes us kind of nostalgic for the early 2000s.
Gosh, just recess. Speaking on going outside, just recess. Do you remember when we would have 3 recesses?
I was just about to ask you. I was like, do you remember like in like I think it was like 4th grade? They like took our recesses from like 2 to 1.
Yes.
And that's honestly that's what radicalized me. I was like, this is a prison. This is a prison.
We went from 3 to 2 and Gage started jumping off the wall.
It was terrible. I was like, I need my fresh air, you guys. I need my morning milk with my morning cookies, and then my like. Because when was it? It was like 11 and then like after lunch, I think, or something like that.
It would be like right in the morning because
Mm-hmm.
we'd have so much energy. And then right after lunch because we'd have so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then right before the end of the day.
We should have that now.
We should.
Why do adults not have that at their jobs?
Adults get lunch break.
That's not enough. What do you remember about recess, though? Because I just remember being injured a lot.
You were injured a lot. We were not friends at that time, but I remember Gage just being hurt all the time.
Well, there was one time I remember where we had like some fun slides and stuff, and we'd play, games, and we were playing tag one time, and I don't know what it was. I think it's because I was closeted, but I was very like competitive and like kind of mean sometimes. And so there was this kid, I was trying to tag him. He like slid down the slide, and I was like, you know what? If I time this out right and I jump off the slide, I can tag him as he gets off the slide.
Oh my God.
Kind of genius, right? And
Skill.
I land on top of him, not just like land on my feet. And he's not injured, but I like start limping around the playground. And I'm like, this is fine. Like I just like bruised it or something. I get home and my ankle is so swollen that I like can't take off my shoe. My mom goes, what? Why didn't you say anything? Why are you walking around on this? And I was like, I thought it was just bruised. I don't know.
It's a little sprain.
And that's where I fractured my ankle. So
Kids think they're invincible, though. And sometimes they are.
Mhm.
You can see, like, a kid jump off a slide, do a back bend off the swing, and then fall down
he's
on the
like,
ground.
okay, when are you going again?
Again. Put me back in, coach.
Lands like a Family Guy character.
But I feel like we were more just, like, not able to get hurt then. I feel like you see a kid in a cast everywhere now.
Mhm.
Before it used to be like,
Maybe it's because we just
fine.
didn't report it, but
We had the parents who were like, we don't have enough money right now to take you to the hospital.
yeah. Also, more important context: we grew up so
We were
Poor.
so poor.
still really poor, but
Hey, you know what?
it created character. We're humble.
I'm fine.
I wouldn't say I'm humble, actually.
Getting there.
Favorite after school activities though, I loved going home. This is like I don't know if this is. Somebody tell me if this is the normal. I love to go home after school, sit down, and watch the History Channel. I loved the History Channel.
That's not normal. Don't feed into that.
I would be
That's
like, my
weird.
show is on. I'd be like, Egypt's darkest secrets, and I'd be like, my show is on, you guys.
Absolutely not. I would be going to my grandpa's and he'd have the Sci-Fi Channel on. It would be like Anaconda or Chucky playing.
I do love the Sci-Fi
I'm
Channel.
going outside to play with cow poop.
Nebraska.
Mud pies, to be specific.
Did you and your family ever go to Blockbuster? Were you like Blockbuster people at all?
Mm-hmm.
Or were you more like Redbox people?
No, Blockbuster.
Same.
For sure.
We didn't really have. I mean, I guess we had some Redboxes around, but I loved Blockbuster. The only thing that scared me though was the return policies. I felt like as a kid, I would like get arrested if I like didn't return my
I love that
DVD.
you were stressed about that and not your parent.
Yeah.
You were more stressed about it. You heard it once and you never let it go. Just every time you got a movie, that's all you were thinking about, the whole movie.
Anyone was ever mad like me, and they were like, "All right, just get this back to us within like 30 days. You should be good." And I was like, "Oh my god, the FBI is on us." Mom, how many days is left? Like,
You're like looking at the calendar. No, we were Blockbuster, but not a lot. My mom was the type to go to Walmart and go to the 99-cent bin.
the little bin you can just pull out right in a
Yeah,
movie.
and I'd get to pick one movie and then one of those little 99-cent like candy boxes.
Yes. They still have those bins, I'm pretty sure.
They do. They have both, but they're not 99 cents anymore. They're like $1.
I think it's like $5 or something now. I don't know.
It depends on which bin you go to.
Yeah.
The movies are good if they're in the
$5.
They're bad if they're like bootlegged.
I do remember walking through Blockbuster, and I hated walking past the horror movie section because the covers were so scary. Like, do you remember like the Saw posters where it had like
I wasn't going there. I was trying to get past that red curtain.
the adult section?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I guess, period. People do what they want, but like, And Blockbuster's just like a little crazy. Like
You were literally visibly being seen going to watch adult movies.
and then checking out
And then checking
with like
out.
the 16-year-old at like the counter.
But you gotta think about it's before internet time. Like that was.
Yeah, I guess. But like, why not just go to like a sex store or something?
Like something less humiliating.
I don't know.
Like someone's checking out the Barney movie next to you and you have Charlie's Angels XX.
And some popcorn and hot tamales.
That's terrible. That's terrible. But no. When we actually got internet though, I feel like it was an interesting time.
I'm trying. We did have a dial-up computer, so I do remember like
You had all of
that
technology.
noise. Well, I don't know even why. We only ever had like one like family PC. I just got to use it a lot. And then my mom eventually got like an HP, and then she got like the thickest laptop I've ever seen in my life. Like, do you remember how laptops used to look?
A box.
Now we have like, I can't show you because my MacBook's right there recording us. But like, I mean, it's pretty much as thin as like the phone. Like,
There's a computer in your hand, yeah.
what did you play growing up though? Were you like an online gaming kid?
I was, and I was on the slowest laptop known to man. Like that thing had to, and then it would finally work. Oh my gosh, Pixie Hollow.
Pixie Hollow. I was a garden fairy. Do you remember?
I feel like I was a garden fairy too.
Because I loved Rosetta and like the
Hmm.
Tinkerbell movies, which they stopped making, which is a little unfortunate.
What
but
were you in Wizard 101?
this is gonna be very surprising for a lot of people. I was actually a death wizard.
Oh my gosh!
You were too, probably.
Yes.
Y'all, me and Zoe are intrinsically linked. October
This
babies.
is Libra energy right here.
I'm actually a Scorpio. So
Oh,
that's
sorry.
A little embarrassing.
I hate that. I hate that for you.
I still play Wizard 101 like to this day. Like I love Wizard
He
101. I also liked. Were you? You weren't a Club Penguin kid?
For like a short amount of time, I moved on to that like Hollywood game. Movie Star Planet.
Movie Star Planet.
Yes.
I remember going where I grew up. There was like a local library, and they had computers you could use. And so I'd go like log into my little Movie Star Planet account and play for like 6 hours there. Did I already tell the story about how I got a librarian fired one time?
I think that you did.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Short. If somebody hasn't watched the episode, long story short, I loved like doing like little professional jobs as a kid, and I was like, "Can I help out like at the library?" And this librarian was like, "Sure, kid, come on back." I was like taking attendance, people walking in. 2 weeks later, she's gone. We're like, "What happened?" And like, she let you behind the counter. She's not supposed to do that. We fired her. And I was like, "Why didn't you just ban us?" I don't know.
We complain about how we miss our childhood, and Gage was clocking in for his 9 to 5 at age
I was
10.
working, y'all. I was working. We gotta go. We have to circle back to elementary school though, real quick, because you didn't ride the bus. You were too close to ride the bus, right?
Oh yeah, I lived 2 blocks away
Yeah.
from school.
I had to ride the bus, and first of all, I remember one time like this girl was like, "You know you're gay, right?" And I was like,
How old were you?
gotta be 7 or 8. I was really young.
That's terrible.
She didn't necessarily say it like a mean way. She was more just like, "You know you're gay, right?" And I was like, I don't know what that means, girl. Period slay. I don't know what that means.
He said, no.
I
what?"
love women. Like,
I have a wife and kids.
and if this doesn't help my case, I used to trade these little horse cards called Bella Sara cards.
Oh my god.
I don't know if y'all remember these. I'm gonna put a picture of it up on screen. But it was serious. Like I was in the trenches in the back of that bus with all the other horse girls being like, "I'll take your red flame pony if you take my magical crystal horse."
There were like those chromatic ones too that you would
Yes,
get.
they were like the sparkling.
Oh, Gage had them all because he's a thief.
I didn't steal them. I bartered and I traded my way. I won't be your friend anymore if you don't give me that silver card.
You're not invited to my birthday party.
You're not invited to my birthday party if you don't give me that
Give
card.
it now.
Speaking of recess again, did you maybe this was just me. Did the Woodchips ever look appetizing to you? Or is it just me?
You know, I think you're alone on this journey.
Okay.
Were you eating the wood chips?
No, but they did look like nice to like gnaw on a little bit.
No, you definitely ate one.
I did not swallow it. That would be crazy. Me not denying.
I definitely chewed one, but I did not.
And you know what? The texture was nice. Beavers do it. I was a weird kid. I don't know.
Oh gosh. Do you remember when we would play Flushed Away?
That was my favorite game as a kid. Absolute favorite.
We have to tell them what Flushed Away is.
Yeah. No, nobody else has Flushed Away?
No, you don't know what Flushed Away is?
You don't have Flushed Away?
I came up with that name, by the way.
I don't know about that. I don't remember that very much.
Because Flushed Away was my favorite movie. Exactly. So I made it up. He didn't even know what I was talking about. Doesn't even know the origin of the name.
That's great. No, that makes sense now.
Anyways.
What did you think you were playing?
Flushed Away.
What do you think you were flushing?
The people. Well, we gotta tell more. We gotta give
This is literal proof that I made the game.
the ground rules of this game.
Okay, in the winter months, sometimes we would be able to go outside for recess.
They're kind of crazy for that, letting us do that.
It would be
to be
like
honest.
negative. They don't do it anymore. They keep the kids inside in the gym.
Oh,
But
really?
Yes, but it would be negative degree weather, and they would send us out to that playground. And because everything was so icy and slippery, we couldn't really do anything. But the slides, you would get these big chunks of snow and ice, and you would push it down the slide. And it just looked visibly pleasing. So we decided, why don't we just shove children and
Shove ourselves down there. Absolutely.
and pieces of ice down as well. Our payment to get onto the slide was a piece of ice.
Yeah, we literally we're like, all right, line up, everybody. Get your ice.
We were running a full-blown business.
I just remembered another game we played, but we have to finish this first. So, we'd fill up the tube, literally full of kids. Like, you'd be on top of people. Like, it was like from the bottom of the tube all the way up to the top. It was full. And I guess, what did we do from there? We just, like, sat there? What did we do?
No, we flushed them down.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
push them down and flush them, and then it would be like one by one by one by one by one.
Teachers hated it. They
And we
absolutely
would
hated us.
fling. We would get these big pieces of snow and shove them down the slide, and they would fling off and hit
What
some
if,
kid.
I was going to say, what if it hits somebody? That's so
We
dangerous.
would hit a kid. It's like the scene from Elf where you just, they're down, they're gone.
We might have unintentionally killed somebody and we don't even know about it.
But then in the warmer months, we didn't have the snow anymore, so we would use the wood chips, and that's was a
why
problem.
I wrote. Well, I mean, I did chew on them, but that's why I wrote.
Because you
wrote ton
probably
wood
ended
chips.
up with some in your mouth. We would just shove them all on you and push you down.
There was like a dirt patch like by this playground because of all the wood chips we had.
We were rehoming these
We got
wood
yelled
chips.
at a lot. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the inside gym though, because we had PE. Like I did PE all the way through sophomore year of high school, even for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know why I did that.
Couldn't find me there.
I just like the games. I like the little games. But do you remember the giant rainbow parachute? I'll put a picture of it.
Wow.
I'm sure. I mean, there's no way that nobody like in America doesn't remember that. If you were a kid,
Yeah.
in the early
It's a
2000s.
classic.
All I remember about it though is like, because didn't you have to like, it was either you throw it up and like everyone sits underneath of it, or like you have to try and get out, right?
Well, that's the thing, is that we would get the parachute out, but we never played the game related to it. We never did.
That's what I thought. I was like, we kind of just
We just put it up and sat.
we just
There was a game you were supposed to play. You were supposed to like point at someone and run across, and you guys would switch sides underneath.
Oh yes.
We never played the game. We would just put up the parachute and sit and stare at each other.
Who was our? Actually, I do remember who our
We
PE
know.
coach was.
Mr. YMCA.
Oh my god, I've never heard a man since yell at a child so much since that man. Like he would turn like, yeah. I mean, there's always like the funny like cartoon of like a guy getting so angry that and like yelling that he turns like a tomato red, basically.
Are we talking about the same guy? What?
Yes, he never yelled at you.
No!
Oh well,
That was perfect.
hilarious. Some of us are privileged.
I loved him. I thought you were talking about.
Well, he would literally yell so hard though that he would like turn like red.
What were you doing? You were naughty.
I was naughty.
I don't
I
blame
told
this
y'all I was
man. You
positive.
can't even
I
be
don't
mad
know.
at this man.
He was nice, but
You were
he
feisty.
yeah.
He
I
was-
didn't like authority very much growing up.
No, he was talking back. He was pointing that finger, and
I was very
you don't
sassy.
tell me what to do.
I was sassy.
What was that? What was that one charity event we had to do where we
Hoops for Heart.
Hoops for Heart.
What do y'all know about Hoops for Heart?
What was the point? We just had to shoot baskets.
Well, you had to sell stuff also.
Yeah, but the stuff was terrible.
Yeah.
It was like
nasty like food mixes and stuff, wasn't it?
No, it was like items. It wasn't food.
Oh.
If it was food, it would have been a little easier. It was like unnecessary items.
Yes, it was like because didn't we have to like bring a catalog around to people and like show them stuff to buy?
Mm-hmm.
And if you were able to give away so much stuff, then or sell stuff, then you would get prizes also.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like, I mean, obviously, like I have family members, but they don't have a whole lot of money to be buying things, and so it was always just the rich kids that their parents would buy like $2,000 worth of merchandise.
Even buy, they would just donate. They didn't want the stuff that came with it. They just donated because it was terrible. You could literally buy the prizes you were going to get.
And then like if you had like the most like, do you remember the rubber duckies? It was rubber duckies, and I only ever had like 2 because I couldn't afford anymore.
Just a terrible experience. Don't be sending me around
to
sell stuff.
I know some schools did Hoops for Heart, and then some schools did like jumps for heart. Jump rope for heart. Is that what you did?
My school did.
Yeah, okay. What I really miss, even now, even at work, I really miss whole day parties.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I almost threw up.
Getting really nostalgic.
The nostalgic.
I almost threw up everywhere.
Sorry, we had canes and coffee before this, and so my stomach right now is like fighting for her life. But I miss like Valentine's Day or Christmas or Halloween. You get to go parade around the school with your costumes. We do crafts, have food. I miss that. I think we need to bring that into workplaces even.
I think it's really funny that you say all this because I have so many siblings that I get to hear about what they do now.
Do they still do it?
No, they don't do any of that. Not even the little Valentine's boxes. I'm not kidding you.
What happened to fun in
You're
school?
not allowed to like say Halloween. You're not allowed to say Christmas. I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Woke shit.
And the recesses. Oh, they don't even really get those anymore.
Really?
I'm not kidding you guys. They are so strict now because it's just.
If anyone watching has like a child in school right now, like let us know what your experience is like. 'Cause that's really sad actually. Because I remember that was literally my favorite part of school was at least like once a month we did something at least.
Some like reward party. They still do reward parties and stuff like that, but
wow,
it's not the same. It really isn't. I feel bad.
You guys, I tried.
No.
We're back from break.
All right. Anyways, what were we talking about?
We need to move into middle school now, I think.
Oh wow, the most traumatic
A
part
lot
of our lives.
of self-discovery, but also non-self-discovery, and also embarrassment happened in middle school, which I think is true for a lot of people, to be honest.
A piece of our frontal lobe developed there.
It's kind of your awkward stage, I feel like.
I feel like everybody has the same. I don't feel like I've ever heard anybody be like, my middle school
Was a great experience.
I actually peaked in middle school.
Yeah, if somebody peaked in middle school, that'd be crazy. I peaked in 3rd grade actually.
Yeah,
So well, so we started middle school. What was that era? 2015?
I wouldn't even put a year on it. We're gonna get it wrong. 2015. We started middle school in the era of peak YouTube.
Yes.
For sure.
Very much like this was like the era where this started honestly, like wanting to create videos and stuff. Like very Gen X pen. Do you remember May Baby?
YouTube Rewind.
The oversaturated, yes.
Like how to be a girl. That would be the title.
That was the craziest.
How to get a boyfriend, and I'd be like, yes. Tell me.
Meanwhile, I was over here like, how to decorate your locker very girly pop, extra pink zebra glitter print. Period.
Gage's locker was more beautiful than mine. Mine had like a really old apple core in it, and
do y'all remember those like chandeliers you could put in like lockers?
Yes.
I had those. I had shelves. I had that shit down.
I never even went to my locker. Weren't you in a locker at one point?
Yeah, I actually got I think I shut myself in it,
Yeah,
actually.
you totally did.
Because I could actually fit in it because I was so skinny and tiny.
I remember walking by and it was just Gage going, help! Help! And I'm like,
One time
keep
I
walking.
locked one of my friends. We locked her. It wasn't me. Well, it was me and somebody else. We locked her in a locker, like right before lunch, and we thought that she could get out. So we went to lunch, and then we came back, and she was still in there. And we're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lock you in there. And then she goes, well, is lunch still going on? And I was like, lunch just ended. There's no more food.
She was hungry.
Yes.
Why are you bullying?
Well, no, it was just
Gage!
funny. She was like, stick me in a locker. Like, that'd be so funny. Like, she got in it, and she's like, shut it. And I was like, okay, haha. And she's like, what if you left me? And I was like, ha ha ha. And like, we walked away.
You're like, what if
And
I
thought,
did?
I thought she could like slide it open from the inside, and
You can. I think that just maybe,
she didn't know.
I don't know. And I know you fully sprinted when you heard that bell ring too.
I know. I said, oh, sorry, lunch
quick!
started.
No other thoughts other than lunch.
I was feral. It was bad.
You were always running.
I had places to be.
The lunchroom.
As a gay person, you have to do what you have to do. And I needed to get to second period art immediately. Even though we all have assigned seats, so I don't know why I was trying to,
You really needed to get to
I
that
don't know.
spot just in case.
you know, that run where they're like,
With their hands behind.
at least I wasn't like that. I was like, I had good form at least, you know.
I'm glad you got to where you needed to be.
Should we talk about Dare?
Oh, I feel like everybody had Dare.
Do they
That's
still,
like a universal thing.
does Dare still exist? Do they still do Dare?
I hope.
Do you remember what it stands for?
Drugs.
What does it stand for?
Wait. Drugs, alcohol, something.
Wait, you missed the R.
No.
Oh, Dare.
Okay, Gage needs to go back to middle school.
What?
Drugs.
Abuse resistance education.
Drug abuse resistance education.
Well,
Oh.
could have fooled me.
If I'm being real honest, like, I kind of don't remember what they even taught us.
If I'm being real honest, I didn't know about any of the things they were talking about until they told me about it, and I feel like that's what sent some kids into a spiral.
Yeah, they're like, do not inject yourself with crack. And I was like,
What's crack?
what's crack?
They're like, don't smoke cigarettes. What's a cigarette? Next week, somebody's smoking a cigarette.
I think they should have honestly, because like I said, I don't remember it. So I feel like they should have taught it, like, shifted it to high school where people are like actually.
Or like 8th grade when we're about to leave.
Yeah. This was like 5th grade when we did Dare.
5th grade, they were like, yep, don't be doing.
You'll die.
Yep, you'll
Don't
die.
smoke a cigarette. You'll die.
And I'm like, my grandpa's been smoking cigarettes for the past 40 years.
Have we talked about our sex ed before?
Oh my gosh, my sister just had her sex ed class. And she's in 5th grade.
Wait, this is perfect actually because then we can compare.
Oh!
This is perfect. Okay, so let's talk about our sex ed first.
Okay.
So our sex ed was useless. Obviously, it was the early 2000s, so abstinence was in.
Because we had separate ones. We had one that we
Uh-huh.
did by ourselves, and then eventually we had one that we all had together.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I guess it wasn't the sex ed talk. It was just like our bodies talk was
Yes.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But how did yours go?
I don't know. I feel like I can't remember who talked to us. It was probably one of our like PE coaches or something that
Yes.
did ours.
Mhm.
And it was just very much like, men, you're gonna start growing hair. And I said, okay, calm it down here.
You're like, where?
Wait, hold on.
You're like, I already have it. What are you talking about?
Besides that, though, like you said, they didn't really like touch on sex there. But then when we got to actual sex ed, they hired this random woman from some like, it had to have been like some crazy like cult or something.
It was a church. They brought in a lady in like a Christian group and brought her in to tell us about sex.
Which what happened to separation of church and state, first of all. But all she taught was abstinence, which like, sure, fine. But then the biggest thing about sex ed is it's not like people are like, oh my God, my kids are going to have sex if they know what sex ed is. I'm like, I mean, sure, maybe, but they're going to have it regardless.
Yeah.
And so they might as well be safe. And also, the big thing for, like, sex ed for kids is that, like, God forbid something happened to a kid, they can accurately describe it to the police then. So all we got was Miss Mama what? What was her name?
Mama S?
Mama S. Mama S.
Mama S! Mama Sex!
She, wait. Okay, cunt. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't know.
I feel like we're far enough in.
Yeah. So, yeah, for some reason, she didn't tell us her real name. She was like, you know what, you guys, you can call me Mama S.
And we were like, okay.
I was like, you're not my mom. Who are you?
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad. And yeah, all she was like was, don't have sex before marriage or you will die.
Pretty much.
A terrible burning death.
Oh, yeah, and she told us that we can't be in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
She basically brought out a nice, beautiful piece of white notebook paper and then said, this is what happens when you get in a relationship. And she crumpled a corner. And she said in another one, I crumpled a corner. And then she said in a long-term relationship and crumpled the whole paper. And she goes, this is what your lifelong partner has left.
She goes,
to love.
She goes, this is your body after sex. And it was like, crumpled up piece of paper.
No, and then she's like, I brought you guys cake. And we were like, ooh, cake.
Period.
And it was a fake cake. It was a fake cake. Where she's like, everybody take a slice. Everybody take a slice. She was basically describing.
That's you after sex.
An SLUT to us. And was like, and guess what? This is all that's left over for her last partner of life. And it was one slice of cake.
Well, guess that cake's gone too.
I'm like, it's still cake. Like, I'm still going to taste it. Taste
What
the same.
also, she also was like, obviously since she was from like whatever crazy Christian cult this was, she was very much a don't have sex before marriage kind of gal.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, babies born out of wedlock, they grow up terribly, they're so unhappy, you're going to ruin your child's life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, my mom and dad never got married.
No,
Like,
she made us, after she said that, she made us raise our hands about who all the kids were who were born out of wedlock. I don't think there was a single person in that room that did not raise their hand. And she was like,
this is like 2008. Like, no, this is not 1911. Like,
what do you mean?
I know. She was like, raise your hand. And I was like, okay. She's like, you guys' childhoods are horrible, probably horrible, weren't they?
Weren't they? And we were like,
I was like, I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of chilling
I get free
right
school
now.
lunches. What are you talking about?
Literally. I get free or reduced lunch. What are you talking about?
Like, I'm living my life. What are you talking about?
Okay,
No.
so compare this now to your little sisters. Do you know, like,
Oh,
what she got taught?
the first talk is honestly very mundane. It's like, it's nothing. They're just like, hey,
Puberty, like,
so
growing
yeah,
up.
you're gonna grow boobs and you're gonna like bleed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to women because that has to be so scary to like.
Oh, she was terrified. And I remember that in ours, I'm not gonna say her name, but we were learning about it. We were all just lined up and watching this like presentation, and it's just like, and you're gonna bleed. And I look around at everyone just to see our reactions, and this one girl looks me dead in my eyes, looks forward and goes, yeah, and just projectile vomited all over the room and was crying. And she left the room. They took her out. There was barf all over the room.
Ew.
And we were like, what?
Ew.
is
I know that
going
room
on?
smelled so bad.
Oh, they were like, it's going to be bad, but don't worry. It's okay. And we're like, where are we going to bleed from? Where are we? It was like, you know this. You know.
Do you know? Do you know that TikTok sound? Your baby's gonna burn.
Your baby's going to burn. But you know. That scene, what's it called? Is it called Inside Out? What is it called?
What?
What's that one movie?
Oh yeah.
It's that Disney movie.
What's Inside Out?
That one movie where like everything's going wrong in her
Yes,
brain.
yes.
That's what that classroom looked like. We were like, ah! Because I feel like it would have went very well if the girl hadn't thrown up. But because she did, we were like,
Wait, who was it? Do you remember?
like, I'm not kidding you. Just like all these 5th grade girls throwing around paper, crying, screaming. Someone threw up. They didn't show us where we were gonna bleed from yet. They were just like, "You're gonna bleed.
You're gonna bleed
And we're like-
internally.
and she's like, "Yeah." Where are we bleeding from? No, didn't tell us. They're like, "You're gonna bleed."
Be prepared.
It's terrible. Like, oh my God. We hadn't even gotten to the part yet where they talked about where boobs were going to get big. I think that would have sent her over the edge.
You know what we really need to talk about middle school?
What?
Our kindness retreats. This is another example of where our middle school brought in like a cult organization.
They always were bringing in cults.
It was kind of crazy.
Maybe it's just where we were.
Yeah, I mean, they're really like, what else are you gonna bring to like a middle school in the middle of Nebraska?
The
like,
middle of nowhere.
A cult.
A cult. We have plenty of those around.
I don't know if you guys. I mean, I'm sure many programs exist like this, but essentially, it's one of those like anti-bullying campaigns. First of all. And so they bring in these people, and we make like a whole day event out of it. Everyone's involved. Usually they have like the upperclassmen be like kind of mentors for like some of the younger students. There'd be like really bad music.
There's like elevator music.
There's like elevator music. Like, everyone better be jumping. We're going to talk about that later when we get to current events.
It really was just like worship music without words.
Uh-huh. And so all we did all day was just sit around and talk about being kind. Half of it wasn't really usable advice. I was like,
No.
They were like, be an empath. And I was like, I'm 7. What does
Like,
that
what
word
do you
mean?
want from me? They had us do that game where we all conjoined hands and like made a knot, and we had to like find our way out.
That shit pissed me off. I
I
think
was
that made
so
me
mad. I'm mad at more of you now than I was before.
I was going to say, I think that made me less kind, actually, because I was like,
I went out of here.
all of you are idiots. Move your hand over here. My favorite part, though, of kindness retreats is they would shut off all the lights in the gym. They'd like light a bunch of candles in the middle. And then we had like, what was it, like little rocks or something?
We would have a rock.
And they're like, take your rock, share some trauma, and then drop it into the bowl. That's not exactly what they said, but that's essentially what they said.
People were burned at the stake for this kind of behavior.
Like, insane.
So many years ago, and they had us sit in a circle with candles and rocks.
And so, like, first of all, there were so many girls that was like, girl, stop crying. Be for real. You are not, this is not for real right now. She's like, I'm so sad. I just feel really bad for everyone I've said like really mean things to.
Or they'd be like, I've been bullied. And I'm like,
girl, you bullied me.
where? Who's bullying you? I want to give him a high five.
Bullying works. Look at me. Look at you.
I thought we established that you were the bully.
The ginger
I was
and the
not
gay.
the bully.
So.
But there is this one I do remember. This kid goes up and drops his
Pebble.
in the bowl, and he goes, there's this thing called book checking where you just like go like slam the books out of somebody's hand. But this has never happened at our school before. He was a transfer.
He was a transfer kid.
So maybe he was thinking of his old school experience, but he drops it and he's like, I'm so sad because everyone keeps book checking me here. And recently I book checked somebody and I felt really bad about it. And I was like, okay, none of us have book checked you, so you've just been book checking us.
We don't even carry books.
Literally, I was like, who are you talking about?
Your library books?
He started crying. It was a thing.
It was actually really sad. I am really sad that happened to him. But I'm gonna be quite frank. We didn't have books.
Literally, I was like,
our books would stay in the class. We would never take them out of the class.
So, period. He got his moment. I don't remember what I said. I don't think I said it.
Oh, I called people out. That was my moment to shine.
Zoe was always messy, though.
I was a little messy. I was really quiet about certain things, but I was always yapping. No, I went up there and I said, you, and you.
You.
You're mean. And I'm upset about it. And I'm calling you out.
I can't remember what I said.
Did you say anything? You didn't have to say
Yeah,
anything.
I guess maybe I didn't, because you didn't have to if you didn't want
I feel like
to.
you were just over there collecting data.
I was like, I'm going to use all of this against you in about 8 years, everybody, so get ready.
He's like, can you repeat that?
Go ahead. That's for the record, right? Thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
You will get a letter in 8 years blackmailing you, asking for $10K. So
With the pebble in the envelope. But the worst part of it all is that even after those people came, we had one more group that came. Do you remember the guy with the skateboard?
this is crazy because I'm going to try and keep as many details out of this as I can.
You know what? He's honestly doing good things.
He is now. This man comes to our school to give us a talk. He's very good. He's a very good man. He has a lot of good work for like local communities and stuff. This was a different time too. You got to think about this. Mm-hmm. He tells us, he's like, you guys, I've really been wanting to help like the homeless community in our area. Mm-hmm. So I pretended to be homeless for 2 months so I could experience it. And I was like, I don't think you needed to do that. And I feel like that's a privileged thing to do. I don't know.
It was so, like, it was kind of whiplashy.
He's like, I lived out in the rough. And I was like, you couldn't have just, like, I don't know, like, done a soup kitchen for 2 months or something? Like,
ask people about their experiences who are actually going through it.
Actually, that's a very, very good idea, Zoe.
Somebody make me in charge of this. Anyways, no, and we would have to watch the videos that he would put out, and they were actually really good. But that was the most just weird thing for me.
Yeah, it was such whiplash because he was like doing a really good talk. He's like, so I also pretended to be homeless for 2 months.
And we were like, what? I'm sorry, what?
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's what we needed to do to get to the point we were at. But other than that, great job, sir.
Do you remember? Does anybody, for a matter of fact, remember IXL?
Oh, I think it was called RocketMath for some people too.
Oh, okay. So that's what I've wondered. Is some people call it RocketMath, some people call it IXL.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically just this online website where we were required like once a week to go complete some like math.
Mm-hmm.
It was like math problems basically. However, I didn't really take into account that like students have different levels of math. Like we all got the same problems.
Yes.
And I'd be like, bitch, I don't know, like fractions.
No.
I'm in the lowest level math right now. Like, please.
It would be terrible too because when we first started it, they'd be like, go home and just complete one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would like get to the point where it's like some people were doing them way too quickly and some people were doing them way too slow.
Mm-hmm.
So then they just added more workload.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, I can't even get through one. So then they made a rule that instead of completing the actual test, you just had to do an amount of time. But
I'd be sending the same problem for like ever.
No, they couldn't check how many problems you did
Uh-huh.
with the time frame. So I'd just turn that thing on and just walk away.
I'd like scroll around my mouse a little bit. I click around some answers.
They'd be like, you did an hour.
You got prizes too if you. I think I clocked in like an unhumanly like possible amount of
We clocked in
time.
for work after school, and then we walked away, played outside, came back in, turned it
They're
off.
like, wow, you did 24 hours of math problems. That's crazy.
Like I really just wanted to hone in on my math.
Yeah, I cheated quite a lot. Even into high school, I was quite the
Cheater.
Only I didn't cheat in like reading or English because I enjoyed those subjects.
How
And
do you
actually,
cheat in reading and English?
I don't know, like look up like summaries and stuff like that. I don't know.
Thesaurus.
But like when it came to like geography, there's a reason I'm still so bad at geography because I would write like the order of countries like on my like shoe. Yeah.
This is so terrible. It's just it takes a smart person to cheat.
Oh my god, thank you. That's such a
Like
compliment.
the way, like you're also smart if you study and you understand the material. But
Yeah.
the way that you have to think to be able to outsmart an adult.
Mm-hmm. Brought to you first.
Cheat. Just kidding.
Please don't.
Just cheat. We also had a very lax school. I would like to say that
Yeah.
they did not like. I don't want to say they didn't care about our education, but they just didn't care if we cheated.
All right, y'all. We are back from our final break, and we're going to transition now
Yeah.
into what's going on
With the girls.
with the damn girls,
the gays.
the gays,
And
and the
theys.
theys. Our
go
pop
on.
culture segment where we talk about things happening kind of in our lives, but also just in the pop culture zeitgeist,
Pop culture, whatever we're witnessing.
if you will. Just before we get into some of the current events, by the time that this is out, actually, I will already be back, but I'm going to Disneyland.
For the how many time?
I can't remember.
You don't have a tally wall somewhere in here?
So next episode, stay tuned for my full Disneyland recap. But Zoe, what you got going on in the current events today? What's the hot tea?
Well, me and Kaden were talking about this earlier. We are on brain rot TikTok. So I feel like some of the things I have to talk about are just
Some of the noise I
not
heard
valuable.
like coming from your phone like earlier was like the most brain rot TikTok sounds I've ever heard in my life.
Kaden was just showing me a video of a cat dancing.
Valid.
And it was good.
Very valid.
Can you send me that?
Yes.
Which one?
First of all, talking about TikTok,
The cartoon one.
the TikTok ban is still happening, kind of off and on.
Kind of. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore because I feel like at this point we're all just so over it that it's
Yeah.
like, sure, if you take it away, whatever.
Yeah,
Our algorithms are all messed up anyways because it totally got taken over by someone else.
Something happened behind the scenes.
We don't know what happened, but it's not the same. So
And we've talked about it a little bit before, but we're both semi TikTok famous. Definitely.
I would not even say that
Not even
anymore.
semi anymore. It's changed so much. Like back in 2019 when we both popped off, like that was kind of viral back then. So now it's just so saturated.
Yeah.
And so now at this point I'm like, do I even want to make more TikToks if it's going to shut down in like 70 days? Like,
I feel like we should all move back to YouTube, honestly.
yeah,
I love long-term content.
I love long-term content.
We need to reform our brains a little bit.
It's really bad. Sometimes my brain rot. Anyways,
but yeah, a lot of what I have to talk about is TikTok related. Even though I just said I don't care if it goes away, I'm very invested in it.
You said, fuck TikTok. I don't give a shit. Anyways, ask Trevino.
Anyways, ask Trevino. Everyone is allegedly pregnant. If you don't know who that is, you want to know how it smells. If you don't know who that is, ask Santos.
She already has 2 kids, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes. And she had this big scandal where she talked about she had an abortion as well. So if she is pregnant right now, I'm a little confused.
Praying for that baby.
I know. But anyways, the kids themselves do not have beds.
Yes, I literally watched a deep dive on her the other day.
Yes.
Here's some of my favorite Trevino noises. Does it smell?
Like on the floor. Oh God, she's just so funny to watch.
She is. I mean, she is iconic and funny, but I just feel so bad for like the people
that are like affiliated with her.
Like in her, like she's responsible for her. Like,
I feel bad for the bed bugs that share her.
hopefully it's like
the way she was like
her bed bugs. Oh my God. Hopefully she's like. Hopefully it's more of an act than anything. Except for that time that the police shot up at her house. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was. Okay.
Whose podcast did she just go on recently? Whose was that?
Should she come on our podcast?
No.
Ask Trevino if you want to come on the That's Crazy podcast. We'd love to interview you. The seat is open right here. Like, come on the floor. Come on down.
No, but anyways, she's allegedly pregnant, and I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Period. Have you heard? Okay, this is where I'm going to jump in right here. Have you heard the new Lorde song yet?
I have not. I've seen a few funny things about her that she is in her.
What was that?
They said that she's in her mascara.
Yes, I'm getting very like mask vibes right now.
Which I'm all for.
I'm living.
I'm all for that.
The music video she shot in New York.
Oh, in a park, right?
In a park, the night that she showed off the song basically to people.
I think that's kind of...
It's kind of iconic.
That's kind of comfy.
I do like... I had to give the song another listen because, to be fair, the first time I listened to it in my car that has a, like, blown-out speaker.
Yeah.
And so all I was hearing was just, like, bass, like, over her, like... What was that? And I was like, I can't hear a thing.
You're like, what?
Re-listened to it. She's reheating her melodrama nachos a little bit. And it sounds very good. I'm very excited.
I'm excited for that. We need some new music, honestly.
What else has been recent? Oh, Lady Gaga's album, Mayhem. You listen to that?
Valid. Very good.
It's so good. Zombie Boy, Garden of Eden. I'd love to see her in concert. I have no money right now, but...
Recession pop.
I'm just very glad that she's back to making music because some of the music has been boring recently.
We really needed it. Also, DJO released music too.
Who?
Just one more tear to cry.
Who?
Teardrop from my... Did you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Pretty boy?
Have you ever heard of Chris?
Steve?
Yeah.
Yes.
He makes music.
He does?
And he went by this, like, alias for a little bit, and then everyone was like, we know it's you. We know it's you. And then he's like, surprise, guys, it's me.
It's good. I'll check it out.
You know that one song? It's like, when I'm back in Chicago.
That's him?
That's him. He just released an entire new album. He had another album not too long ago that was fire.
Is he from Chicago?
Yes. That entire song is about him figuring out that he got into Stranger Things and about how his life just went from...
Wow.
nothing to something.
There's no wood here. I was going to knock on wood for my acting career. This is plaster. Drywall.
Shit. But no, he just dropped a new album too, and it's pretty good. Have a listen. Speaking of music, Gage, you know who needs to come back to save us?
Ew.
I would like to hear your guess.
I was trying to think.
Like, who do you think needs to come back? Someone who has been out of the game for a while. Oh, from the audience?
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
You say this every time.
Well, I'm waiting.
It's valid.
I've been waiting.
I love to hear. This is kind of like a random pick, but I'd love to hear some more Madison Beer music because she's had some like singles, but I don't know where the album is.
I just did a deep dive on her actually.
She was supposed to be in the video.
She was supposed to be in the video.
But anyways, I was doing a deep dive on her because I love to see people compare everybody to Sabrina Carpenter. And then be like, this should have been Sabrina Carpenter. They say it with Dove Cameron. They say it with Madison Beer. And I was reading about her, and they said that Madison Beer just doesn't have the sex appeal. But she doesn't know how to hone it.
Oh.
Like, Sabrina can just, like, turn it on and off. It's just Madison is sexy, and she's a good singer, but she just doesn't know how to smush them into each other. Oh, I love her. But anyways.
I love her so much.
I need Louis Capaldi to come back. I can't do it without him anymore. What?
What is his music again? I don't listen to sad straight man music. What is his like famous song?
He's that guy that be yelling sometimes.
The axe on the bruises that you left behind. Oh my Lord, I need you by my. He was freaking bumping.
Hold on.
He was on every radio. He was on every TikTok. Louis Capaldi needs to come back. He took a break because he has Tourette's.
Oh, he does. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he had a show where it was not going good for him, and he apologized to everyone. It was really sad, and he took an extended break. But he is an amazing singer.
Oh. Actually, Louis Capaldi, I'm very sorry for disrespecting you. I love these songs.
Just some of the most iconic songs ever.
Yeah, sorry.
I need him to come back. I really miss him. They said that he is going to be coming back potentially at the end of this year with new music.
Oh.
I think he could save us.
Do you know who did just come back with new music? Have you listened to the new Ariana Grande Eternal Sunshine Deluxe?
No.
No? Did you watch the short film?
No. See, the feeling that you are having right now is the feeling I just had a few seconds ago.
Anyways, she did a really fantastic short film, and I really love all the songs on it. So,
well, now we're even.
Ariana Grande, I love you.
The girls are fighting.
In the hot tea right now, like literally like breaking news. JoJo Siwa and her partner have split.
Oh, we were talking about this while we were getting coffee.
We
this
were
morning.
very loudly, actually, like in the middle of a.
We were the only people in the coffee
It was
shop.
very echoey too. I was like, JoJo Siwa did what?
But I'm not well versed with it. Only on a few things.
Yeah. Here's the basics of my knowledge right now. She went on to Big Brother Celebrity UK, which Trisha Paytas famously took pizza to be eliminated on.
As we all would.
I love her. Trisha Paytas, love you.
Wait.
And do you remember how old this man is?
32.
30. Yeah.
There's
32.
this 32-year-old man. He's from what? Love Island, UK, something.
Mm-hmm.
Who initiated? Do we know? He's been like flirting with her.
They got close.
Mutually close. They got mutually close. All I know is that they have been doing flirting, doing some things that, you know, someone with a partner outside the show should probably not be doing. Also, to mention the fact that he's 32 and she's 21, which she's an adult. She can do what she wants.
Yes, but freshly an adult.
And also just the fact that you have a partner outside of this at the moment. And what we've heard, the newest tea is this is like what the rap party, right? At the end of the season? Is that when this happened?
Yes.
After party. JoJo breaks up with her partner and then goes to the other room. And do we know what she did? Allegedly made out with him. Was seen on the dance floor.
Kissing? Feelings.
Acting out her feelings is the direct quote
Is what
from somebody? Her partner said. Okay.
Yes.
And then other reports were saying that they were seen making out on the dance.
So confirming.
But that's alleged.
Everything's alleged, of course.
But we have her wearing his sweatshirt.
Yeah. I feel bad for her partner.
Yeah.
Seeing that on national television. Feel bad for her ex-partner seeing that on national television. That happened in another Big Brother season, too, that we were just watching, me and Kaden. It was Big Brother, season 16? The blonde girl, and then the brunette girl, and the surfer guy. That little group. Basically, there's a season of Big Brother where the same exact thing happened, but it was worse. Like, she was, like, in his lap. like within like the first 3 weeks of the season.
Wow.
And she had a husband, Christine, from season what, 16? Season 16.
16.
Yeah, she flirted with this guy named Cody, like was in his lap. Did they kiss?
Playing with his hair.
Play with his hair, like it was crazy.
And then
Anyways.
Just burped in that microphone.
Oh. Something we need to talk about is do you watch White Lotus?
No.
You need to watch White Lotus.
I watched the first season.
This is just my platform to say, Mike White, if you need another twink, I can act. I have a degree in acting. Please. I love White Lotus so much. Cast me.
I love how Gage 8 minutes ago said he's not humble.
Exactly. I clocked myself in the past for the future.
Anyways.
Yeah, that was literally the whole topic was Mike White. I would love to work on White Lotus someday.
Speaking of shows, we need... What is going on here?
It's really hot, actually.
It's blinking.
It's blinking? Oh, that's just the circuitry in our house. Don't mind that.
Oh! Just a constant
you mean the studio?
ebb and flow.
In our studio, I mean.
I do feel like we need another show that's gonna, like, distract us again. Like Stranger Things did. We haven't had one in a while.
I was saying the summer is going to be so dry because I don't think of...
We don't have anything.
No movies, really. Oh, there's the new Fantastic Four movie coming out soon that has Pedro Pascal in it. I know you don't care about that, but...
No, just like a show that's really gonna just everybody is watching it. Like there was, what was that one show that I didn't watch but everybody was? Outer Banks. It was like Stranger Things, and then it was Outer Banks, and then it was Bridgerton, and now it was Wednesday, and then
Wednesday season 2 is coming, I think.
Season 2 is coming.
When is it coming?
We are missing one of the main characters because of
I forgot all about that.
I didn't. I'm confused by that though because Jenna Ortega, they kicked Percy Hine. Is that his name?
I can't remember.
His name is Percy.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bunch of stuff happen. They got rid of him as they should.
Yeah.
Leave the victim first.
Mm-hmm.
But then she went and did a movie with him.
I wonder if that was signed before or...
Percy Hines White.
It could have been a situation where like they had signed the contracts already and you can't get out
but
of that.
you think that they would just not do the movie.
Yeah.
Like if you're not going to do the show with him, don't do the movie.
Yeah.
They just released the movie. But he's not going to be in the show. And he was a main character.
He was kind of central. He was like central to the plot. Like
Central to...
Isn't who else? Lady Gaga's going to be in this season too, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
I know. I'm really excited actually for that.
I am excited to watch that. But I hope that it's good. I need something to binge.
Yeah.
I also am wondering what we're going to call this summer because wasn't last summer Brat Summer?
Yes.
What are we going to call this summer?
There was Hot Girl Summer, Brat Summer. Recession Summer. To be honest, like
everyone just be prepared to do only free things this summer.
Literally.
Broke Bitch Summer.
We are Broke Bitch Summer. We are going for walks in the park. We are
clipping our coupons.
We are canceling our subscriptions.
We're canceling our subscriptions. Going to Goodwill.
Did you hear that they're going to do, you know what they did with Netflix, that they got rid of like their base subscription where it was just ads?
Uh-huh.
They're going to do it with Spotify. Where they're
I'm over it. I hate it here.
Yeah, where their like free version is it like you could listen with ads, and then their premium was that you paid for it, no ads. Now you're gonna have to pay for the lowest with ads. Oh, you guys!
My subscription's gonna raise even more.
Oh, you guys!
Creators are still getting zero money.
Absolutely.
It's you know what? Broke girl summer down.
So everybody hop on SoundCloud again. Bring back Musi. Bring back Musi.
Speaking of music, though, should we talk about our songs of the week?
Ooh, songs of the week. What do you have?
There really hasn't been like new music, so I've been kind of going back and like listening to.
Me too.
I've been listening to a lot recently. Gwen Stefani,
Wow.
like her Hollaback Girl album.
Ooh.
Harajuku Girls, love it. But my song of the week is still No One Mourns the Wicked, featuring Ariana Grande from Wicked
Gage.
Part 1.
We have to move on a little bit.
Also though, Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue. She's Australian.
Was that Australian?
It was an attempt at
Kylie
Australian.
Minogue.
Kylie. This is terrible. I'm sorry. Sorry to Australians. I studied British accents in acting school, not Australians. So, Kylie Minogue.
It's supposed, you're
Minogue.
supposed to do a British accent and then add a country twang to it.
Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
What's your song of the week?
Oh, my song of the week is Pool House by the Backstreet Lovers.
I don't think I've heard that song before.
Probably not. You never know any of the songs I bring up.
It's okay. You bring like the very nice, interesting, like indie underground scene. Oh, I think we have a little guest for our final appearance.
I hope it picks up his sniffs. He said,
Thumbs, our cat, has entered the studio.
But yeah,
Period. Well, we have been yapping for so long.
way too long.
Thank you again for, if you're still listening, sticking around after our
Welcome
8-month
back.
break. Very much, we do it all ourselves here, so it's very support local.
Please.
Please. Again, please comment if you want to have us talk about something. It can be vague, it can be specific. Like, let us know. We'd be happy to talk about it.
Drop some songs too, so that Gage
Yes.
can actually move
Expand
on from the
my-
Wicked soundtrack.
Okay, not too much now. Not too much. Wicked Part 2 is coming out in less than 6 months. Follow us on social
At Zoe Sennett.
at Gage Boardman. It'll all be in the description. Also, follow our Instagram too. We'll be doing a bunch of announcements on there. That's where we'll post like our clips and stuff and everything. So the podcast handle is the That's Crazy Podcast.
The That's Crazy Podcast.
Share with your friends, family. Give us a review on Spotify as well. That helps our kind of impressions and stuff. So
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, I think we're gonna end the episode.
Okay, bye everyone.
Goodbye, y'all. Have a good week. We will be back.
Trust.
Trust.